Hi BookTube! Today I decided to do the finally tag video because I just watched two of those videos. I didn't want to watch any more before I did my own, so that the books I'm sharing are not in any way influenced what other answers I saw, but I watched this video from Kate Howe, which I will link down below, and I watched it from the curator, Tall Tales, and she is just wonderful as well. I highly recommend her as well, which also linked down below, of course, because she's the creator of this wonderful tag, so she will be linked down below anyway, along with all the questions and all of that. Just get started with the tag. The first question is: in fall, the air is crisp and clear. Name a book with a vivid setting. I decided to go with Out of the Easy by Ruta Sepetys. Pretty well known author here on BookTube, but I never ever heard anybody else talk about this book. This is another historical fiction by her, but this one doesn't take place during wartime, but instead in New Orleans in America. I can't remember the exact historical setting from the top of my head. This book has a very vivid setting. I could picture all of New Orleans that the main character walks through and talks about. So if you have not yet a book by Ruta Sepetys because you're not big on the war historical fiction, this one would be a fantastic way to read something by her, still experience her wonderful writing, and get her historical fiction and another war. Question 2 is: nature is beautiful but also dying. Name a book that is beautifully written but also deals with a heavy topic like loss or grief. Only book that came to mind for that, and that is The Art of Racing in the Rain. It's a beautifully told story. It is exactly what this question asks for. It's beautifully written, it's heartbreaking, it's just a wonderful book. It has such a heavy topic with loss and grief, and it's beautiful, but it's also the only book from all the books I read that ever made me cry. And it's just such a beautifully written book, but so heartbreaking. At least for me it was. That book will break your heart. You will be so thankful that you read it, but it will also break your heart in the best possible way. Yeah. Let's just move on. Which is: fall is back to school season. Share a non-fiction book that taught you something new. And I want to talk about Don't Die Young by Dr. Alice Roberts. And it is just all about the human body. There are pictures in it, and on the other side there are details about the organ, about it's just generally about explaining and exploring the human bodies, teaching us about ourselves, not only how to keep us healthy, how to keep our bodies in good form, but also just teaches us something about the human body. Wonderful book. It's not very big. There is not a huge amount of text. It's written pretty bigly and widely spaced out. You have lots of pictures, lots of sites where pictures are on and nothing else, but it is packed full of good information and important information, I think. It's a very interesting book, and if you have not read this book, I highly recommend it. Question 4. In order to keep warm, it's good to spend some time with the people we love. Name a fictional family, household, or friend group that you like to be part of. Only answer I could give for that question is the Weasleys. I am not necessarily wanting to be part of the Weasley clan. I don't want to be a Weasley, but just be part of the group, be part of the friendships group that go through the Weasley household, to be part of that. Just family in the extended way, maybe be a friend of one of the children, or be part of that heartwarming, just loving family that the Weasleys clearly are. I don't think I will be alone in answering that family for that question. Question 5. The colorful leaves are piling up on the ground. Show us a pile of fall-colored book spines. Here they are. I just got them out of that shelf, but you know, here they are. Now they're back in the background. So sorry about the strange cutting I had to do there, but I couldn't stack them up anywhere else you can see them. So yeah. Question 6. Fall is the perfect time for some storytelling by the fireside. Share a book wherein somebody is telling a story. I watched two of the videos, one from Kate Howe and one from the creator of this tag, and both of them shared The 13th Tale by Diana Satterfield, which when I heard this question first was the first book that came to my mind as well. For one, because it's one of my all-time favorite books and I think everybody should read it, but also because it's perfect for fall time, so it fits this tag perfectly. Very atmospheric and gripping and vivid writing. It's a wonderful story, and it is a story that tells a story, so it fits perfectly into this tag. But because it has been already shared, I wanted to share another book as well for that question, and so I decided to also share The Butterfly Garden. And this book is a thriller horror kind of book where the story is told in the way that it starts out with the victim being interviewed by the FBI and then goes from there, where the victim tells the FBI the story of what happened in the butterfly garden. Since she is telling her story, I'm counting that. Question 7. The nights are getting darker. Share a dark, creepy read. Once again, I could say this one because it certainly fits perfectly into that one. It's dark, it's creepy, it really sucks you in, it doesn't want to let you go. But because I already shared that, let's go with The Bone Parade. This is another thriller horror kind of book that is very atmospheric, very gripping, extremely one of those horror thriller kind of books that really just sticks with you when you read it. And it is all about this artist that takes his art to another level. Highly recommend this book if you want a dark, chilling, creepy thriller read. Question 8. The days are getting colder. Name a short, heartwarming read that could warm up somebody's cold and rainy day. Let's go with These Vicious Masks. This is a book set in 1882 in England. It is about a woman tries to find her sister after she mysteriously disappears. Paranormal, historical fiction, crime kind of book. It's not very long, it's not even 300 pages. It's a very fast-paced action and adventure and supernatural, paranormal kind of mixture of a book. Also features the historical setting and crime elements, and it's a very interesting mixture. It's very fast-paced that I would highly recommend if you want something for a cold, rainy day. Sit down and read through and enjoy yourself the entire time. Question 9 is fall returns every year. Name an old favorite that you like to return to soon. I want to finally, after 2 or even 3 years of not rereading this book, which I before then reread every year, is Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy. I want to finally get back to this book, back into the wonderful world that Tolstoy created in this book, to those wonderful characters, and just get really sunken into this enormous book. Question 10 is fall is the perfect time for cozy reading nights. Share your favorite cozy reading accessories. Last year I knitted this very nice, not huge blanket, but it's big enough that I can wrap myself in it. It gets so nice and cozy and warm. Perfect reading blanket. I have a really nice chair that is directly next to the heater, so I sit in there, I wrap myself in this blanket, put on some cozy socks, and just go to town with a big book. And the final question is question 11. Spread the autumn appreciation and tag some people. I will do that in the more info bar as well as in the comments and some other places, so that the people I tag will actually find that they have been tagged. That was the Finally Fall tag created by the wonderful Tall Tales. And if you want to do this tag, please feel free, you're tagged. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. I hope we chat in the comments until my next video, and until then, have a wonderful day. Bye!